Wagwan people, how to get rid of threadworms without medication. This is an update from a previous video I did. How to get rid of threadworms and stop itching. There are many kinds of parasitic worms that are capable of living in the human body. Each carries different symptoms and different treatment is required to get rid of them. In Jamaica, some people drink wormbush tea. The latest trend is to manually remove the threadworms from the anus, and it is more successful than taking medicine. This home remedy is specifically for threadworms. Threadworm infection is especially common among children but also affects adults. Threadworm is about 1/3 of an inch long. There are many kinds of intestinal worms, as I mentioned before, so how to know if you have threadworms infection. Now, threadworms, sometimes called pinworms and seatworms, come out into the anus region at night to lay their eggs. They also crawl out of the bowel into clothing. In female children, they may crawl into the vagina and cause itching and watery discharge. Now, the symptoms. Intense itching around the rectum is the main symptom of their presence. Now, there is sometimes mild abdominal pain, nausea, and diarrhea. Sleep disturbance due to itching as well. Directions. Put on gloves and both hands. You will need another person to assist you, and that person should be wearing gloves as well. An adult should kneel on the bed. Now, if it is a child, place the child on the abdomen across your knees. The other person should use both hands to hold the buttocks. Open it as wide as possible so that you can see inside the anus. Well, not deep inside the anus, just at the front. Now, the threadworms are at the entrance, especially at night. Shine the flashlight on the anus, you will see the threadworms. Now, use the other hand to hold the cotton swab. Use the cotton swab to remove the threadworms. Use the tissue to wipe the cotton swab. Now, change your cotton swab and continue until all visible threadworms have been removed. Put the tissue and cotton swabs into a plastic bag, tie and discard. Do this when necessary. However, do this at night because that's when the threadworms crawl out to the anus region to lay their eggs. And remember to wash your hands with soap. Because of the itching, the person tends to scratch the area. The eggs are apt to lodge underneath the fingernails and cling to the hands. Unless the hands are thoroughly scrubbed, the eggs will stick to anything that the infected person touches. Now, they will be passed on to other people through food and drinks or from bed linens. The eggs are not affected by household disinfectants or by drying. They can remain alive in dust for long periods. In order to prevent reinfection or infection of others, the towel, underwear, bedspread, and pajamas of the infected person should be boiled for 20 minutes, at least twice per week. The toilet seat should be scrubbed with soap and water every day. So that's basically it. What would?